Herculaneum's kickman is Gary Davis, as he will get set to boot this one to Ste Genevieve, and back deep for them is number 15, number 23. Dustin Knoll, one of them. Sean Stiegel is the other. So Knoll, who not only is playing with a bum shoulder, and is starting in the backfield, he'll be receiving the kick. But it is a wobbly kick that's fielded at the 30-yard line as it just skims the ground off the right side. Number 46 got the opportunity. Tyler Tamir, the fullback, brings it out to the 35-yard line. That's where Ste Genevieve will begin on this first drive as we are underway here at Dugan Memorial Field at Herculaneum High School. Ste Genevieve, an offensive line of Eli Grimwood, Jake Gegg, Ryan Sproul, Parker Wayner, and Kyle Schaefer. Tight ends, Aaron Wayner and Kurt Roth. The wideout, Sean Stiegel. And in the backfield, Tyler Tamir, Dustin Knoll, and quarterback, Corey Faulkner. Out of the shotgun is Faulkner. And he fakes the handoff, throws immediately right over the middle, and he's got the tight end, Roth. He's into Herculaneum territory, brought down near the 35-yard line in Black Cat territory. And Faulkner made that one look easy.
Yeah, that was just a simple, he faked a pass out here to the left. The tight end just ran a straight route right down the left seam here, left hash marks there, and for a nice 15-yard catch and then a 15-yard run after the catch.
Just shy of the 35, they mark him at the 36-yard line, so a 29-yard reception by Kurt Roth. Out of the shotgun again is Faulkner. Takes the snap and a delayed handoff, running to the near side. Tamir, the fullback, brought down after a couple of yards. Several Herky Black Cats in there on the tackle. David Brown in there among other Black Cats to make the tackle. Herculaneum's defense, line of David Lloyd, Daniel Bunch, Tyler Rulo, and Jesse Pigg. Linebackers David Brown, Malcolm Smith, Kevin Moore, and Josh Lott. And the defensive backfield of Zach Sims, Scott Kaltenbraun, and Dustin Ramsey. St. Gen again out of the shotgun. Two receivers joining Faulkner. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to pass. He's going to dump it off right side. A lot of room there. And taken down just shy of the first down marker is Knoll. And it's going to be third and short. Looks like they brought him down at the 30, make it the 28-yard line. It's going to be third and about 3. St. Genevieve with a short field to work with, and they're probably deep enough into Black Cat territory, Spencer, where if they don't get it on this down, they'll probably go for it. Unless they have a kicker that can boot it pretty good. You don't see too many high school kickers that can boot 40-yarders.
No.
Again, they bunch the formation up a little bit, and they can't get it together, and they're going to have to call a timeout. St. Gen had their struggles trying to get the formation correct. A lot of guys didn't know where they were going, and they have to call a timeout. So we'll take a break as well. It is no score, 10-10 remaining in the first quarter. We're back in 60 seconds on KJF. Wow. First down pass play by Ste Genevieve as the ball is thrown to the 15-yard line and caught by Tamir, the fullback. And he gets the first down. And Faulkner was running for his life on this play. He rolled out to the left side, and he was ran down by, looked like, I think it was David Lloyd, who was on his tail, and then he had to dump it off, but he found a man open. So it's 1st and 10 at the 15 for Ste Genevieve. Pitch right side, off the right tackle, still moving forward. Inside the 10-yard line is Knoll. He'll pick up a couple of yards there. And St. Gen moves it closer and closer to the goal line. They mark him down at the 9. About a 6-yard pickup. It's going to be second down and about 4.
Yeah, on that play before there, Ryan, Faulkner had scrambled back 16 yards and threw against his body 30 yards downfield. So a lot of pressure, a lot of poise to keep that scramble alive.
Very impressive toss. Here they go back to Knoll again. Brings it up the right side, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress, maybe got him 1 or 2. It's going to be third and short coming up for St. Genevieve. Just over 9 minutes, now approaching the 9-minute mark, remaining in the first quarter. No score, but St. Gen driving on their first opportunity here in the ball game. It's going to be third and about 1.5 yards.
You know, during warm-ups, you're watching Herky's main defense run against the offense for St. Gen, so to speak, and they struggled against their scout team, actually, in pregame against the pass there.
St. Gen changing it up, now going to an I formation. First time we've seen him out of the gun. Faulkner looking to pass, goes left side, then goes across the middle, and the ball is incomplete. He looked to the right, looked to the left, found a man coming across the middle in the end zone, throws incomplete. Now it's going to be fourth down at about 1.5 yards, and St. Gen is going to have a decision to make here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know they didn't complete that pass. That was great coverage by the secondary. But if Faulkner has that much time to pass the ball tonight, Herky's going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. He had all kinds of time to look, survey the field, find the open man. St. Gen is going for it here on fourth down and about 1.5 yards. They go back to the I. The deep man is Knoll. Tamir, the fullback. Faulkner takes a snap, pitches right, giving it to Tamir, trying to cut it inside, and he gets down near the 5-yard line. He is close to the first down yardage. We'll see about the spot. Looks like it was Justin Ramsey was the one who made the tackle. And Knoll is awfully close to the first down marker.
That was great pursuit by the Herculaneum Blackcats there.
St. Genevieve turns it over on downs. It's Herculaneum football at their own 5-yard line, just over the 5-yard line. St. Genevieve came about a couple of inches short of getting the first down. So Herculaneum takes over with 8 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Herculaneum will begin this drive. Let's find out how things are going at Windsor. As Craig Andrews is there, he'll give us our first update of the Festus-Windsor matchup. Smith.
34, Malcolm Smith on a quick opener.
Looks like about 5 or 6 yards. Malcolm Smith.
Pick up a 5 on the play. We'll bring up second down and 5 for Blackcats.
All right, here Herculaneum gets 5 yards in the first play from scrimmage for them, and Malcolm Smith gets the first down, or didn't get the first down. He got about 5 yards, and then quarterback keeper by Jason Washburn brings the ball up to about the 17-yard line, and he gets the first, and Herculaneum moves the chains.
Yeah, actually, it was Josh Lott there. They got
Josh Lott,
to
okay.
keep it. It was a nice play fake, though, by Washburn. At first, it did look like he had the carry.
Here it's an I formation for the Blackcats. Hand off to the second man through. Lott coming near side. He drops the football. Football is loose, and St. Genevieve recovers at the 20-yard line. Josh Lott fumbles the football, and St. Genevieve takes over on offense. And right at the 20-yard line, St. Genevieve takes over after a Herky turnover.
You know, that's the last thing you want right there. You made a great stop on defense. St. Gen drives down the field on you. You get a stop, and then you get it back out of your own end with the first down a little bit, and then you turn it over. But again, just young Blackcat team right now.
St. Gen again out of the shotgun. Faulkner, number 5, the right-hander, dumps it out right side, giving it to Knoll. Knoll trying to get to the corner, hit at the 19 and driven out of bounds near the 18-yard line. Good pursuit by the Herculaneum defense. Knoll gets minimal yardage, maybe a yard on the play. It's going to be second down and about 9. Herculaneum needs to continue to move to the football just like that.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of pursuing the play because, I mean, what it looks like is St. Gen looks like every time they throw the ball, they're going to have yardage. And all of a sudden, the speed of the Blackcats secondary is closing in quickly on the St. Gen Dragons.
Now it's second down and about 8. Faulkner takes the snap, hands off to Knoll, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Herculaneum covered him up, brought him down. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Right now, the Herculaneum defensive line, though it's not very big, and as Coach Holmes said, not very quick, tonight getting off the ball rather quickly and plugging all the holes, leaving no running lane for the St. Gen Dragons.
3rd down and 8 coming up for St. Genevieve. Again, out of the shotgun is Faulkner. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score. Faulkner back to pass, looking to the right, flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. Malcolm Smith was the first one to make him run, and then he gets finished up by Jesse Pigg. So Pigg gets the sack, and Herculaneum will force St. Genevieve now to punt, as they are all the way back to the 32-yard line. That's a loss of about 14 yards.
Yeah, he did. Faulkner did what he could. He stiff-armed Malcolm Smith, put him to the ground, but then ran, started to stop, couldn't get his feet, and Pigg took him down.
St. Gen will try a pooch kick here to pin the Black Cats deep in their own territory. Kick is away, and angling to the near side corner, takes a bounce and will go into the end zone. So Herculaneum will get it at their own 20-yard line. Almost, not quite. Good kick, though, by Roth. Just came up booting it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, had a nice backward spin to it, and but just about a yard too short, like you said, or too long, I should say. But, you know, it's not surprising when you come to watch Herculaneum play, and their defense is what's keeping them in these games, because they've been solid for years. And, you know, and a lot of times when you don't have talent, defense is the one thing that you actually, you know, can improve on first. And they look like they have this year.
Washburn out of the shotgun for Herculaneum, fakes the handoff to one man and then gives to the second man through. That's Lott, and he will get across the 20 to about the 23. Couple of yards picked up there by Lott, the senior. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7.
You know, after the fumble, they go right back to him. And he got popped right as he got the ball, and a nice spin move. Got about 3 yards there when there was really nothing there to begin with.
Hung on this time around. Washburn now will go under center. Single back formation. That's Malcolm Smith. Washburn takes a snap, looking to throw, dumps it to the near side and out of the reach of his intended receiver, Ramsey. He just threw it too far away from him, kind of out in front. Led him a little bit too much that time. Incomplete pass, and 3rd down and 7, excuse me.
Yeah, and Ramsey felt that pressure coming too. He, you know, if he had caught the ball, he probably would have had that ball dislodged from him, because that linebacker was coming quickly for St. Gen, and Washburn just let him too much.
Herculaneum goes back to an I formation this time. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver, split out to the left side. Handoff coming to the near side. Following blockers is Malcolm Smith, and he's not going to get much. Gets to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26 brought down there. Gain of about 3 yards, but it's going to be well short of the first, and Herculaneum will have to punt.
Nice pursuit there by number 23, Dustin Knoll, out of his middle linebacker position. Just right on that play.
Knoll and Tamir will go back deep to receive the kick. And again, it's Davis who will be kicking. Davis standing back at the 10-yard line to receive the snap. Gets it in plenty of time. A little bit of pursuit, and the ball is tipped. Blocked and goes back towards the end zone. St. Genevieve tries to cover it up right at the goal line, and it's a pile-on, and it looks like St. Gen's got it, and they will. St. Genevieve blocks the kick. 62 was the one who jumped on the football. That was Parker Wayner. Jeremy Vaith was the one who came in to make the block.
Yeah, and the punter had the ball in plenty of time, but Vaith came off the right end there and just came in and
completely unblocked.
Laid out for it, but the punter held on to it too long. He had him plenty of time, and then Vaith almost recovered it also.
So a blocked punt by St. Genevieve gives them 1st and goal at the Herculaneum 2. I formation for the Dragons. Faulkner under center. He takes the snap, hands off, to Knoll, and he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by Herculaneum. Good tackle by Kevin Moore. There's a flag on the play on the far side.
Flag on the play. Illegal procedure.
And it's going to be against Ste Genevieve. Illegal procedure. Someone moved a little bit too quickly on the offensive line.
As you said, good pursuit there by Kevin Moore, number 21, linebacker for the Black Hats. You know, St. Gen, though, you get the ball in the 2, and you've lost 2 games in a row. You're looking for that spark to get you back on track, and that's not going to do it, legal procedure. But you've got, I mean, they've had the ball 3 times now. This will be the 3rd time in the red zone. They've got to do something with this if they want to have any momentum going their way.
So instead of 1st and goal from the 2, now it's 1st and goal from the 7. And Ste Genevieve goes back to the shotgun again. 2 receivers to each side. Faulkner dumps it over the middle, incomplete, out of the reach of Tamir, the fullback, who split out as a wide receiver, and it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 7. No score in this one. Now under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. We got started a couple of minutes before 7. So far, Herculaneum's defense doing a pretty good job, but so is St. Genevieve's. Faulkner looking to throw again, brings it near side to Knoll, cuts it back inside, and right down to the goal line. It looks like he's just shy of the goal line. I thought he was going to get in for sure, but then Herculaneum stopped him.
I did too. He had a great cut back to the inside. Looked like he tried to leave his feet, and Scott Colton-Brown, number 5, from his D-back position, man, just laid a pop on him, stopped him right there. There was no forward momentum. That was a big hit by Colton-Brown.
So now it's 3rd down and goal from the probably 2-inch line. See if Herculaneum can come up with another stop. Faulkner under center. It's a bunched formation. They hand off to Knoll, off the right side. Touchdown, St. Genevieve. Knoll finds his way into the end zone following lead blockers, and St. Genevieve is finally able to punch one in after some huge opportunities here in this first quarter, and they finally get one in.
Yeah, and right there, that's pretty tough on your defense when somebody starts from their own 2-yard line.
About that.
Starts their drive.
Number 23, Knoll, to attempt the extra point.
Knoll will be the kicker.
Of number 19, Cody.
He'll try to be responsible for this entire scoring drive. The touchdown and the extra point. Ball is down. Good pursuit by the Black Cats, but it's got the distance, and it makes it through. 7-0, St. Genevieve with 3:09 to go in the first quarter. We take a break for 1 minute. Back after this on KJFF. Yeah. Wow, they didn't waste any time on this kick. And the kickoff to the Black Cats is returned to the 32-yard line. So that's where Herculaneum will get it on this drive, down at 7-0 to St. Genevieve with 3:01 to go in the first quarter. Dragons had a lot of opportunities in this first quarter of play to score, and they finally did on their 3rd opportunity, 3rd drive. Herculaneum now will try to answer, and they spread everybody out a bit. Under center is Washburn. Hands off to Smith, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on the play, got up near the 35-yard line. Malcolm Smith picks up about 1, and it'll be 2nd down and about 9.
Yeah, right now the Herculaneum offensive line is not moving the St. Gen defensive line off there. And if they are containing them, the linebackers of St. Gen are filling all the holes there, and there's not much in the running game right now for the Black Cats.
Washburn trying to spread him out again. It's a 4-receiver set. Washburn under center. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Goes to the left side. The ball is caught. And up near the 40-yard line is the Black Cat receiver. And he got that one to number 28, Zach Sims. Got the pass reception that time. So it brings up 3rd down and about 3.5, 4 yards.
Yeah, just a nice little quick slant there, a 3-step drop by Washburn. Delivered it nicely to Zach Sims for about a 3 or 4 yard pickup there.
Now it's 3rd down and a long 3. Washburn hands off to Smith, running left side, moving the pile forward, and he looks like he's going to have the first down. And this should move the chains. It will be a first down run for Malcolm Smith. And Herculaneum will have it 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Before the next play, let's find out how things are going at Windsor. Festus taking on the Windsor Owls. Let's go there with Craig Andrews.
Malcolm Smith on the carry. Ball down by number 62. Marker, Wayner. Brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats.
All right, so already Festus on top of Windsor. Here at St. Gen leading 7-0 over Herculaneum. 2nd down and about 8 coming up after that last play. And out of the shotgun is Washburn. He's going to look to pass. Has a little bit of time, throws left, gets it to Kaltenbraun. Right near the line of scrimmage, he hauls that one in at the St. Gen 46-yard line. He's going to be right at the first down marker. And the referees will call a timeout to take a look at it and see if they need a measurement. It's going to be about an 8-yard reception by Kaltenbraun. I believe that was Kaltenbraun. I think I may have called the wrong number, actually. I think that was Ramsey. Excuse me. Is that right? 15, Ramsey?
15 is, yes, okay. Justin Ramsey.
So he was the one that made that catch. Sorry about that. And they measure, and Herculaneum's got it. Ramsey has the first down reception. 1st and 10, Herculaneum on the St. Gen 46-yard line.
Just another quick slant and just a little, not even a 3-step drop, just a quick, look, pass, and right there, and he was actually hit as soon as he caught the ball, but held on to a nice catch by Justin Ramsey.
3 receivers set. Under center, Washburn. Hands off up the middle to Smith. Moves the pile forward for about a yard, maybe 2. Looks like they're going to bring him down around the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of about 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Nice play there by number 90. Is that Kurt Roth?
Kurt Roth.
From his defensive end spot, just slashing down there. Nice play by him.
2nd down and 8. St. Genevieve back on their heels a little bit. And here's Smith running left side as the buzzer sounds to end the quarter. Smith will pick up a couple, running off left tackle, and he's brought down at the 41. And that'll end the first quarter, 7-0. St. Genevieve leads Herculaneum. We take a break and return in 1 minute for the second here on KJFF. 3rd down and about 5, make it 6 yards for Herculaneum at the St. Genevieve 41-yard line. Start of the second quarter, out of the shotgun is Washburn. Man in motion is Lott. And they give him the delayed handoff, running right side, cuts it back in, spins, and gets across the 35-yard line down to the 33. And that's going to be enough for a first down as Lott picks up about 7 yards on the play, and Herculaneum will move the chains again.
That running play takes a long time to develop, but when it does, it gives those linemen a chance to pull and make those holes there. And but it takes so long to develop, but then all of a sudden, Josh Lott just shoots right out of there. He kind of reminds me of another Lott they used to have here a couple years ago. Was that John Lott they used to have?
John Lott, yeah.
Nice running back also.
Washburn looking to throw again. Heaves it over the middle, incomplete. That was a dangerous pass intended for Sims. Broken up by St. Genevieve. There are 2 defenders there. Tamir was one of them, Aaron Wayner the other. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10 for Herculaneum.
Yeah, that was a good read by the St. Gen defense there. Blackcats put 5 receivers out into patterns with all single coverage except for that little hook route there that Washburn threw into, and it was the only double coverage there was. Good defense, good read by the defense there.
Washburn out of the shotgun again. Takes a snap, looking left. And he's going to throw it up, and the ball is intercepted and picked off by St. Genevieve. And it looks like it was Wayner who was in there to break up that last pass. He gets the pick this time at the 19-yard line St. Genevieve takes over after the INT to another turnover by Herculaneum, their second of the ball game. And this one really stings because Herculaneum was moving the ball pretty effectively.
Yeah, just not a very good read there by Washburn, and trying to make things happen, but threw it into covers there. And give St. Gen credit, that was a great interception, cut right in front of the receiver, and made a good play on the ball.
Aaron Wayner intercepts the pass for St. Genevieve, and they take it 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line. Faulkner out of the shotgun. Takes the snap and hands off to one man, fakes to one man, and then gives to the other man coming across. And to the far sideline is the ball carrier. They gave it to Kurt Roth, the tight end, and he didn't get much on the play, maybe 2 yards. A lot of east and west running for Roth that time, not a lot of north and south, and that results in only about 2 yards.
Look like a little end around there, a little scissor play where he actually cuts in front of the quarterback instead of behind the quarterback there. Kurt Roth's probably not going to get a lot of carries this game. Just trying a little trick play there.
It's not too often you see the tight end get a handoff.
No.
2nd down and about 8 for St. Genevieve, leading 7-0 with a little under 11 minutes remaining before halftime. Faulkner out of the gun again. 3 receivers to the right side. And he's going to heave it near side in the flat. Ball is caught, and escaping one tackler was Tamir, and then driven out of bounds near the 30. And he's awfully close to a 1st down. Just one of those catch and runs, and it looks like he got the first. He does so right at the 30. 1st and 10, St. Genevieve. Pickup of about 8 yards by Tamir.
Had single coverage out there by 15 Justin Ramsey. He took the inside. When you got inside help, you got to take the outside and force him back into your help, and that time he took the wrong side.
Faulkner back to pass again, brings it near side to Tamir, and the ball is in and out of the hands of Tamir, and it's picked off by Herculaneum. Picked off by the Black Cats after the tip. Trying to get the number on that young man. Sam Edwards, 36. He's the one that stepped in and took the ball away.
Sophomore defenseman back there, Sam Edwards, for the Black Cats. He got to chalk that one out to Faulkner, though he got chalked up to Tamir. He slowed down his route and stuck his hand out, goes off his hand up in the air to Sam Edwards. You got to keep running your route.
DeFeer deflects it away, in and out of his hands. Edwards picks it off, and Herculaneum hands off to Smith, coming near side, cuts it back in, still on his feet to the 20, and driven out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Smith will pick up the 1st down on that run, good for about 12 yards.
Yeah, he broke about 3 arm tackles there before he finally was drug down by the St. Gen Dragons there.
Nobody wrapped him up.
Well, he's not a very big guy, but he keeps those legs just like little pistons, just pumping up and down right there. He just does a great job of keeping those legs going.
1st and 10, Herculaneum. Hand off to Smith again. There's a flag on the play as Smith gets back over the 20-yard line, brought down near the 17. But we'll see about the penalty, which looks to be illegal procedure against Herky. That'll take away the 3-yard run, and it'll be 1st and 15 instead of 2nd down and about 7. St. Genevieve leading 7-0 in this one, scoring a 1st quarter touchdown on their 3rd possession. And Herculaneum just got their 1st turnover forced against the St. Genevieve offense on a interception. That was right after Herculaneum had turned it over on an INT themselves. So Herculaneum again trying to drive once again to tie the ball game up. 9 minutes and 35 seconds and counting remaining before halftime. Single back formation. And Washburn's rolling out and now in trouble. Wrapped up in the backfield, dropped Tamir, took him down. Grimwood was there to slow him down and then finished off by Tamir. It'll be a sack of Washburn, and he will lose about, he's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. So now it's going to be 2nd down and about 17, make it 18.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He had Baith on one side, Greenwood on the other, and went in the middle, and there was Tamir.
Good pursuit by St. Genevieve. 2-back formation this time, and they hand off to Lott, cuts it back inside, Rumbles across the 25-yard line down near the 20. He's awfully close to getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and he might have just done that. Yes, he did. 8-yard pickup by Lott, and now it's 3rd down and just over 10 yards.
You know, the St. Gen Dragon defense last week against Crystal City gave up over 300 yards rushing to the Hornets. They do have some holes in that defense.
Big 3rd down opportunity here for Herculaneum. And they hand off to Lott. He's got some room up the middle, and someone got a hold of his jersey, slowed him down, and then finished him off down around the 17-yard line. Lott's going to pick up about 4 yards. It's going to bring up still 4th down and about 6.
There's that play again there where they faked the running back going left, hand off the other one going right. Dustin Knoll made the tackle there.
We got a timeout on the field. 7-0 St. Genevieve leading, but Herculaneum has a big 4th down opportunity coming up. We'll take a break. We'll return in 1 minute here on 1400 KJFF. Here we go, 4th down and 8. Herculaneum trying to convert on this opportunity. In the red zone, Washburn back to pass. Double pumps, throws to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Ramsey couldn't get himself open. It looked like he kind of slowed down there, waiting for the ball to come his direction, and it was over his head. If he kept moving, he may have had a shot at that one. So now Herculaneum turns it over back to St. Genevieve.
Yeah, when you run the corner route, he ran 15 yards upfield and then start head to the quarter. When you run to the corner, you've got to get to the corner. And once he got to the goal line, he just kind of stopped running, like trying to find the ball. And once you make that cut, you've got to be looking for the ball as you continue to run your pattern. And he stopped to look at the ball, then had to start up again, and it was just took too long.
St. Gen takes over. We'll give you some updated scores after this first play as Faulkner is in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, caught by Roth at the 25 and down at the 26.
Faulkner's pass complete to number 9.
Solid pickup there, hitting the tight end, Kurt Roth, who was the man who caught the very first pass on the first play from scrimmage.
And just the same play right there, just a little 5 yard. He's on the right hash there, about 5 yards off the tackle, runs 10 yards or 5 yards down, turns around, catches it, and found the hole in the Herculaneum defense.
Good for 9 yards. Scores from around the area: 7-6 Perryville leading Potosi in the second, 14-0 Herculaneum leading Valley Catholic in the second. Farmington Sykeston scoreless after 1, and at last check, Festus up 20-0 on Windsor. Here's a pass to the near side corner, and down and out of bounds. Actually, he stayed in play as he was tackled there on the pass to the near side. Brought down at the 32-yard line. That'll be a first down pass to Schmelsley. And it is a 1st and 10 now for St. Genevieve with just over 7 minutes remaining in the first half.
Just a quick out there by number 19, Schmelsley, picking up the first down.
1st and 10, St. Genevieve on their own 32-yard line. Herculaneum having a hard time getting into the end zone so far, but their defense has been holding their own. Faulkner takes the snap, looking left, throws over the middle. He's had a man open, and Roth couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete pass to the tight end, and he paid for it after that. He took a couple of pretty good shots there from the Herky defense. An incomplete pass brings up 3rd down, or check that 2nd down.
Yeah, and he knew he was going to get hit. He took his eye off the ball last second there. It was a nice pass pattern. It took a lot of time to develop, but St. Gen gave them the time to throw and just couldn't haul it in.
2nd down and 10 now for the Dragons. Faulkner working again out of the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, incomplete, and almost picked off. Over the head of Roth and almost picked off by Kaltenbrunn. In and out of his hands, Kaltenbrunn dove for it, but couldn't come up with the pick.
And they keep running the same thing. They're running the trips left there with Roth, the inside receiver, about 5 yards again off the tackle. And he's just running 10, 12 yards and then cutting into the middle there, a little skinny post, and Herculaneum just keeps leaving it open. That safety's got to cheat up a little bit sooner and lay a hit on the receiver there.
3rd down and 10 for St. Genevieve. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Faulkner rolling to the left, Brought out of the pocket, pursuit by the Black Cats. The throw over the middle, incomplete. Throw down that left sideline, I should say. He overshot everybody, his intended receiver and the Herculaneum defenders as well. Incomplete pass brings up 4th down. And Ste Genevieve will have to punt the football.
Yeah, that time he was pressured by number 60, Daniel Bunch, and 67, Tyler Rulo, both getting great penetration there for the Black Cat line. He tried to go to Roth, but Roth had run into the other receiver and couldn't get out to the flat area.
Ramsey is going to be the man that's going to receive the punt, I believe, and then he got a timeout. Herculaneum calls a timeout with 6:23 to go in the first half. Let's find out how things are going in the Festus Windsor game. Craig Andrews is standing by at Windsor High School. And a big 4th down punt coming to Herculaneum. Let's see what they can do on special teams. Colton Braun is back deep, as well as 36, Sam Edwards. Kick is away off the foot of Roth to the far sideline. He'll take a bounce, a good St. Gen bounce, and roll out of bounds near the 40-yard line. No return for the Black Cats. They will have it 1st and 10 on their own 40. Good field position. And Herculaneum trying to get that offense rolling.
That's the 4th time the St. Gens had the ball and the first time they've had to punt this evening. Herculaneum starting out with good field position at their own 40. Trying to get something started here. They've actually, they ran off a few good runs of 6, 7, 8 yards. They had about 5 or 6 of those and they just can't keep a drive going.
St. Gen stacking the line quite a bit. And handoff coming to the near side is Malcolm Smith. Not much there, maybe a yard on the play to the 41. 2nd down and 9 coming up for Herky.
After watching game tape of the Chris City game last week, Stan Helms saw some running lanes that he knew he could take advantage of, and they've had a lot of success with that delayed handoff going back to off of right tackle there with Lott. So I'm sure we'll see that a couple times this series.
And I'll tell you what, if you want to learn how to run the football correctly, just take a look at what Crystal City does, because they've done it very well the last 5 or 6 years.
Yes, they have.
Washburn with a little bit of time, throws and almost picked off, threw it over the middle. He was starting to get a little jittery there, and it was almost picked off by Tamir. Incomplete. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
We'll have them next week, and they have a lot of state track athletes.
Speed.
Yeah, athletes out there. I mean, you have Ian DeFries, a quarterback, who's 300-yard hurdles. Demetrius Terry, defending state champion, and I believe the 200, I believe.
And he's also won took first in the 100 as well 2 years ago.
2 years ago, that's right.
Or we may have had those reversed, maybe. I don't know. But he's a state champion in 2 events in the last 2 years.
That's correct.
Pass to the far sideline, incomplete, out of the reach of the tight end. Trying to find Jesse Pigg. Incomplete pass by Washburn brings up 4th down, and Herculaneum will have to punt the football again.
Last week we got to see Levi Terrell and Miles Beckett and was it Palazzi, quarterback?
Pisoni.
Pisoni, and just some tremendous athletes last week there, and we don't have quite the speed out here that we did last week. What we have out here right now is just teams that are just bending but not breaking on the defensive end.
A couple of good pocket passers though.
Yes.
There's the kick away by Davis. It's a good kick to the far side. Taken at the 30-yard line by Ste Genevieve. Broken tackle there up to the 34 before he's brought down. A little return by Knoll, good for about 4 yards. And Ste Genevieve had good pursuit on the kicker again, Davis. And it will now be 1st and 10, Ste Genevieve on their own 34-yard line, and Herculaneum will ask their defense to step up again.
This is a good matchup between two teams that want their defense to win the game. They want to put up points, obviously, because you have to score if you want to win. But the bottom line is you want your defense to put you in position to do it, and that's how St. Gen got their first touchdown. They blocked the punt. It's a 2-yard touchdown drive. It's easy for your offense to score from 2 yards.
Ste Genevieve spreads it out again. Faulkner will operate out of the shotgun. A little over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's still just a 7-0 lead for St. Gen. Pass to the near side, incomplete, and picked off by Josh Lott. He's got sailing back the other way, still on his feet to the 10, into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Herculaneum. Josh Lott picks off the pass and returns it for a score.
On the interception return for the Blackcats.
There's a way to get on the scoreboard when your offense is struggling. Let your defense do it. And Josh Lott takes it all the way the other direction for a Herculaneum touchdown to perhaps tie the game, depending on the conversion here. That was one of those where he just kind of sat and waited. He saw it coming the entire way.
Just a good read, great blocking by Rouleau, and number 21, Kevin Moore, to lead the way there on blocking on Faulkner.
And the kick is up, plenty of distance by the left-footed kicker. It's good. 7-7 our score. Herculaneum scores on an interception return to tie the game up. We take a break for 1 minute, and the kickoff coming up after this on KJFF. Hooch kick. A very low kick, kind of a worm burner, if you will, by Herculaneum, and Ste Genevieve covers up at their own 31. That's where they will begin this next drive. Herculaneum's defense scores on a 41-yard interception return by Josh Lott, and we have a tie ball game at 7 with 5:07 to play in the half. Corey Faulkner will try to take advantage and move a little bit better. And here's a shot down the middle of the field over the head of Tamir on the pass right down the middle of the field. And Tamir not quite tall enough to haul that one in. Incomplete, and it brings up second down and 10. Faulkner trying to right the ship a little bit after throwing a pick his last offensive series.
And he's missed his last 5 attempts, and a lot of them have been overthrown. But I'm telling you, the receivers are open. And if he starts connecting, the Blackcat team's going to be in trouble.
4 receivers set as Faulkner brings a man in motion. That's Wayner. And the handoff is given to Knoll, and he is hit in the backfield and dropped back at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a loss of a couple, as Herculaneum's defensive line was all over him. Right now, Tyler Rouleau is on the sideline for Herculaneum, one of the top defensive linemen and offensive linemen for this Blackcat squad. He's out right now with a leg injury of some kind.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose him. May have been on that block he was throwing down there on that touchdown.
It was on the touchdown return, actually, that he came up limping. Third down and about 12. Faulkner back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, Wayner. And that will be fourth down, and Ste Genevieve will have to punt the football. Herculaneum will get it back with 4:19 to go in the first half.
You know, we talked about the both philosophies of the coaches is have your defense win ball games. That's exactly what, Herculaneum did right there. You're on the scoreboard. They use their defense. They're being patient with their offense. They're trying not to turn the ball over and just wait till the other team makes mistakes. St. Gen did it with their special teams.
And a kick to the far side, going to go over the head of Ramsey. Takes a good St. Gen bounce. Bounces up to Ramsey. He slips at the 25-yard line. He's brought down there. He got a nice bounce as the ball popped right up to him. And then when he turned, because all of his momentum was going the opposite way, when he turned, he slipped and he got gobbled up.
That's a nice job by Ramsey, though, picking that ball up. He could have let it roll. He could have lost 10 or 15 more yards just on the roll. Did a good job of picking it up, and he didn't gain anything, but they didn't lose any more field position either with that pickup.
First down and 10 for Herculaneum on their own 24.
First down and 10 from the 24-yard line.
And as this game goes on, the closer it stays, it favors Herculaneum. But not having to win this year, that extra motivation will be there for them.
Washburn under center. He's going to bring Lott in motion. Lott's going to get the handoff running right side and gets to the 25-yard line, brought down there. Lott picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Number 24,
And it'll bring up second down and about 9.
Tackled by number 90, Kurt Ross.
Lott scored the first touchdown. I guess they were hoping that he had the magic touch to do another one, but not on that carry.
And you could tell he was a running back when he had the return. He had some good moves to get in that end zone. He using those running back skills.
And again, you just got to credit Herculaneum's blocking.
Yes.
As they gave him all kinds of blocks downfield to take it in. And off to the near side, it is Malcolm Smith gets tripped up at around the 27-yard line. He'll pick up a couple, but it's going to be still a 3rd and long. Smith picked up maybe 2 yards on the play. It's 3rd and about 7.
Pick up a 2 on the play, bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Black Cats.
7-7 our score here at Dugan Memorial Field. A little over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Split back formation, Washburn under center. And he hands off to Lott. He gets gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Several Ste Genevieve Dragon players there on defense. And it looked like he was finished off by Jeremy Vaith.
And you can tell right now that since the Black Cats have had some success without Rulo that series, they didn't have any success running the ball.
Well, we get a timeout. Ste Genevieve wants to talk it over. They'll be getting the football back as it's going to be 4th down and about 5 coming up after Lott's last ball carry. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll have the punt to the Dragons coming up in just a moment on KJFF. Davis back to kick for Herculaneum as they punt to Ste Genevieve with just under 3 minutes to go, 2:54. Davis standing back on his own 15-yard line. Short kick, and Davis has to get rid of it, does so to the far sideline. Good recovery by Davis. Ball just gets across the 50-yard line, will be down at the 48. That's where Ste Genevieve will have it on their own 48-yard line with 2:44 to go in the half. Could have been a disaster, but Davis got out of it in pretty fine fashion. St. Gen with a chance to reclaim the lead before the half if they can get a drive sustained. 7-7 the score with 2:44 to go in the first half. I think St. Gen may be a little aggressive this time around with their passing attack. Let's see what they try. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield with Faulkner. Takes the snap, brings it near side, finds Tamir. Hit at the 45-yard line and brought down at the 44. And that's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards for Tamir, the fullback. He plays fullback, and they use him as a receiver as well.
St. Gen going no huddle here with the spread offense.
That'll make it tough. 2nd down and about 2. Faulkner again out of the shotgun with that left leg braced. Backs up a couple of yards, brings it near side corner, hits Schmelzley at the 40, and he's brought out of bounds around the 39, actually. Check that, the 41. But he still has 1st down yardage. That'll be about a 4-yard reception on the quick out. And St. Genevieve moves the sticks. The clock also stopped with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining as Schmelzley got out of bounds. Faulkner looking to pass again, looking down the middle, now to the near side, and overshot Schmelzley. Another quick out to Schmelzley, who's a big target at about 6'5", but he overshot his intended receiver, did Faulkner, and it's incomplete, stopping the clock, and now it's 2nd and 10.
And one thing that I'm noticing here with Faulkner is his passes have been a little high all night, and a lot of it's because he can't, when he goes forward to pass, he cannot put a lot of pressure on that left front leg.
There's another pass to the near side, kind of a little crossing route. Both receivers to the right side kind of split and crossed up one another. And he tried to hit Tamir coming to the near side while Schmelzley went across the middle, and he overshot him there. Another perfect example of Faulkner maybe letting one get away because he can't plant properly.
When you have that, when you're a right-handed quarterback, your right foot's going to be your plant foot, your left foot's going to be your front foot. As you go forward, you're supposed to end up on your front leg, all your weight on your front leg, and he can't do that, which is not allowing his arm to come down.
Another pass over the middle, and the ball is caught, and that'll be a 1st down as Roth, the tight end, gets down inside the 25-yard line to the 22. Big 3rd down conversion for St. Genevieve. They move the sticks with 1:55 remaining. They set up 1st and 10 on the Herculaneum 22. Faulkner out of the shotgun once again. Looking to the left side this time, now back over the middle. Throws over the middle, and he's got a man open. Ball is caught down near the 5-yard line, and it's Roth once again. He's down at the 7, and that'll be a 1st and goal for Ste Genevieve.
First down, goal.
Now that time there, in the last 2 passes, he hasn't really gone forward. He's just kind of staying back on his back foot and throwing off his back foot. But that middle's been open all night for the Dragons. That Faulkner has just been overthrowing people, but now he's right on target.
Faulkner back to pass again. He's going to throw it into the end zone. It's tipped away, incomplete. It was intended for Roth, tipped away by Ramsey. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and goal. 1 minute 23 remaining in the first half.
You know, and Hercules, they're stuck between, do we put a lot of guys in pass protection or I'm sorry, not pass, but pass defense in the secondary, or do we put more pressure on Faulkner? And, right now you can go ahead and drop your D-backs off if he's not getting those passes in there. But once he gets those passes, you got to start bringing more pressure on Faulkner. You can't be afraid to make him run around back there.
Faulkner again takes it out, and he's going to throw to the flat left side, trying to get to Wayner. He'll get into the corner of the end zone. Little catch and run. Wayner makes the grab right around the 5-yard line and ran it into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Ste Genevieve. They've reclaimed the lead with 1 minute and 20 remaining in the first half.
Nice pass right there. They have been going pretty much to the middle. And that time he looks middle, lets the Black Cat defense kind of suck into the middle and goes right out to the left flat there and hits Wayner for a 7-yard touchdown reception.
Number 23.
Knoll back for the point after. Ball is down. The kick is blocked at the line and will fall short. No good on the extra point attempt. 13-7. Ste Genevieve leads Herculaneum back in 1 minute on 1400 KJFF. 13-7. Ste Genevieve on top of Herculaneum. Here's the kickoff to the Black Cats. Short kick. Takes a bounce at the 20-yard line. Now picked up by Ramsey. Ramsey running middle of the field. Gets hit and will be dropped just shy of the 30. Around the 28-yard line is where Herculaneum will begin with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the first half. St. Gen takes the lead back 13-7 over the Black Cats.
That right there, Faulkner got gotten a little roll there that last drive for the St. Gen Dragons. He's actually thrown 25 times so far, Ryan, in this first half, and St. Gen Dragons have only rushed 7 times.
This totally different look St. Genevieve team.
Yes, it is.
Compared to the couple years back when they had the All-Stater Adam Schwint.
That's for sure.
Here's a run up the middle by Lott, and he brings it up to the 39-yard line, and looks like a first down for Lott, about 11 yards on the carry by the senior. And Herculaneum will move the sticks. 1:05 remaining in the first half.
Now, Herky had to use 2 of their timeouts were in the first half. So with
one left.
Just under a minute left now, we only have 1 timeout. They have to go 60 yards here for a touchdown.
See if Washburn decides he's going to try to air it out a little bit. He brings Lott in motion. And a handoff up the middle to Smith, and Malcolm Smith gets wrapped up after a yard. So St. Genevieve holds tight there, and the clock down to under 40 seconds and counting. Smith is going to get about 2 yards on that carry, second down and 8. 30 seconds left. And they bring Lott in motion once again. Handoff up the middle. Smith gets a couple of yards, brings it up close to the 50-yard line. That'll be about 7 yards on that carry. And looks like he's maybe just shy of the first down marker, and it's going to be a referee's timeout. Nope, Herculaneum's going to use their final timeout. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard coming up. So while we have this timeout, let's check in with Festus and Windsor matchup up at Windsor High School. Craig Andrews is there. Craig? And with 10 seconds left, Herculaneum called their final timeout, and let's see if they take a shot at the end zone here on this 3rd and short from their own 49. And see if maybe Coach Helms is going to pull out a trick play of some kind. I don't know. Stan usually doesn't do that kind of stuff.
No, and he's standing over here on the right. This is all offensive coordinator right here.
3 receivers to the right side. Washburn looking. They're going to bring it to the near side and well short. Washburn had to get rid of that one. His intended receiver was Josh Lott, but it was well underthrown.
pressured by number 69 for the St. Gen defense. I don't have a name right now.
Actually, it was not in the starting lineup originally.
Defensive tackle.
That's Zach DeVault.
Yeah, nice pressure by Zach DeVault out of his defensive tackle position. Leaving 5 seconds left on the clock here for the Blackcats on 4th down.
4th and 1. Herculaneum will give it another shot. Washburn is going to keep it and run it up the middle, and will get the first down, but the time is going to expire in the quarter and in the first half. Washburn on the keeper, picks up 2. But the last second will tick down as soon as they move the chains, and Herculaneum will go into the locker room down 13-7. Ste Genevieve has the advantage. Been a good defensive first half by both teams, and St. Gen will go into halftime with the 1 touchdown advantage over Herculaneum. We'll take a break for 2 minutes and return with more from Dugan Memorial Field after this on KJFF.
You may not know their names, but the students who are helped through a Jefferson College Foundation scholarship carry thanks in their hearts. It's for the kindness that our contributors have shown. Make a difference in their tomorrows.
Education, the great equalizer. It doesn't just mean you get more knowledge, it means you improve your quality of life.
Give to the Jefferson College Foundation today.
Welcome to Automotive Technology at Jefferson College, where students learn important industry skills every day.
I'm really interested in automotive, pursuing it as a career. Jefferson College has all the great tools, books, everything you're going to need in your career. Their instructors are great, and it is really interesting learning different parts of the car.
Jefferson College offers outstanding instructors teaching in state-of-the-art classrooms. The automotive shop area has the latest in precision tools.
I believe one of the strongest parts of our program for Jefferson College students is we do not let the student leave until they understand the processes involved. We work with the students one-on-one until they are comfortable enough in the knowledge they have and the skill level that they have that they can perform at industry level.
Instruction includes brake jobs, machining drum and rotor, tune-ups, engine repair, cylinder head work, wheel alignment, and electrical work.
I was very impressed with the professors here. I talked to both of them. They were very awesome. I like the fact that the campus is very close to home and it's affordable. And the employers that I talked to were very impressed with Jefferson College students.
Jefferson College graduates get jobs in their field. The Automotive Technology Department has a 95% success ratio with graduates working at many companies throughout the area.
What the employer was looking for was people with fresh minds that know the new technology and all those things I learned here at Jefferson College.
Discover your future with automotive technology at Jefferson College.
St. Gen getting set to kick off. It'll be Knoll to kick off, and boom goes the dynamite. Ball kicked very well back to the 10-yard line. It's going to be returned there by Ramsey. Has a seam up the middle. Gets up in it, still on his feet, falls forward across the 35-yard line to the 37. Good return by Justin Ramsey on a very good kick by Knoll.
Yeah, it was a great return, great blocking there. Looks like number 5, though, Scott Kaltenbraun is still down as he's being looked at by a trainer.
Kaltenbraun is coming off very gingerly on that right leg, and now his teammates are going to help him up and bring him off the field. Kaltenbraun, it'll be a tough guy to replace. He doesn't play a lot on offense, but he is one of their top secondary players coming in. Sponsors of high school football here on 1400 KJFF include Captain D's Restaurant in Festus and Arnold, Missouri Natural Gas, McFarland Travel of Festus, and Scott Radiological Group in Festus. Herculaneum's first play from scrimmage, and just like that, a fake handoff, and then Washburn is gobbled up in the backfield and dropped for a loss. I don't think he had an opportunity to hand that ball off.
No, something went the wrong way. He faked one way, turned the other, and was like, uh-oh. Both running backs went to the left. He faked the left, opened back up to the right, and there was no way to hand it to, so he tried to tuck it under and run, but he didn't get very far.
Loss of about 5 yards. It's 2nd and 15. Herculaneum on their own 33-yard line. Here we go with the packed backfield, and the handoff goes to Lott. He makes it back up to the 35-yard line. Picks up a few yards. Picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and about 12 or 13. Ramsey will bring the next play in. Black Cats down 13-7 to Ste Genevieve. This is their opening drive of the second half. Big 3rd down conversion attempt coming up. Now Herculaneum's going to spread it out. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Washburn back to pass, and the pass comes in, incomplete. Ramsey couldn't haul it in. It was a little bit short. It was a curl route. Takes about 6 steps downfield, then stops and comes back, and Washburn's throw was off. Left it a little bit too short. Incomplete pass, 4th down now at 12. Herculaneum will have to punt the football.
And he's done that several times this evening, unfortunately, for the Black Cats. Washburn has left that ball short.
Good snap. Ball is away by Davis. Good pressure by St. Gen. It's a high kick and a fair catch called by Ste Genevieve on their own 38-yard line by Tyler Tamir. Good field position for St. Gen to start their first drive the second half, already leading 13-7. Just joined us, Herculaneum. Their only touchdown in this ball game has been scored on it by their defense. 41-yard interception return by Josh Lott. Out of the shotgun, Faulkner throws in the flat left side, has a man, and still on his feet, and down the left sideline, getting free, the tight end, Kurt Roth. There's a flag on the play, and that's back at the 46-yard line, and this one might be coming back. Kurt Roth, though, caught that ball in the flat, had a lot of room up that left sideline. Broke a couple of tackles, but it's all going to be for naught. This will be a penalty against Ste Genevieve, a hold against the Dragons.
26-yard pass play there, Ryan.
Brought back because of a penalty. We haven't seen many flags in this game. Both teams have been very disciplined.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a flag on the Black Cats yet tonight, and I think that was only St. Gen's second one.
I think there was only one against Herky.
Okay.
It was an illegal procedure.
Okay.
That's it, though.
So 3 total so far this evening.
I think at least only 3 or 4 flags the entire game by both teams combined. It's pretty good. Both teams have really played disciplined football. Faulkner out of the shotgun after the penalty. It's now 1st and 13. Knoll moves to the other side of Faulkner as he gets set to take it out of the shotgun. Fake handoff. And the throw down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Overshot Schmelsley. Ramsey made a leap for it, but it was over his head as well as he went for the INT. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 13.
That time the safety was deep enough there for the Black Cats on the coverage there. Schmelsley, would you say 6'5" earlier? He's got some good size to him, but still couldn't bring it in. But that looked like Faulkner's
6'4".
6'4". That was one of Faulkner's. That was one of Faulkner's best throws of the evening, though. He really had something on that one.
Faulkner out of the shotgun once more on this second down play. Looks to the left side. He's going to dump it off. It's tipped away. Good defense by the Black Cats. Getting a paw on that one was number 54 for the Black Cats. Devin Dukeman.
And that play would have gone for probably 1st down, if not more, because they had the blocking set up right there if he wouldn't have knocked that down.
Now it's 3rd and 13. Back-to-back incomplete passes by Faulkner. St. Gen quarterback takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws down the left side, and a great leaping catch by Roth, and he comes down with it at the Herculaneum 45. Falls ahead to the 43-yard line. Great reception by Roth. He had that good catch for 26 yards taken away by a St. Gen penalty, and now makes up for it by getting the 1st down reception here on a big 3rd down attempt.
Yeah, and that's a big mismatch there for the Dragons with Kurt Roth working on Sam Edwards. Sam Edwards, a 5'9" sophomore.
Roth, 6'3", 204. He's a good target. First down, Ste Genevieve in Herculaneum territory. Flags fly in on the snap. Ste Genevieve may have moved too early. Yes, they did. And they'll take it back 5 yards. So now it'll be 1st and 15. Ball will be spotted at the 47. Nine minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
You know, the St. Gen Dragons aren't changing anything. And they've come out throwing here.
Now Faulkner's going to get hit in the backfield. Had some time and then is sacked for a loss. Dukeman in there, and Tyler Rulo forced the sack of Faulkner.
You know, I think you're going to start seeing this a little more too. But Faulkner, you know, he's starting to get in a rhythm now. You can see his throws are starting to be more accurate, more velocity on his ball. So Herc's starting to bring some more pressure. And as you can see right there, he's not very mobile like he normally is. And I think you're going to see a lot more pressure put on by the Black Cats here in the second half.
Second down and about 20 now after the sack. Pass left side into the flat given to Wayner. Escapes one arm tackle, then another, and is brought down by the shoestrings as he's brought down just across the 40-yard line to the 39. And it'll bring up third down and about 7 or so. Good yardage picked up there on that pass in the flat given to Wayner. Wayner caught a touchdown pass in the first half of this one, which actually broke the 7-all tie. And he nearly caught that one for a first down. Almost had just one man to beat, really. Third down and about 6.5. Pass to the near side. And hit and dropped at the 35-yard line is the receiver, Sean Stiegel. And he gets brought down at the 35. He's a couple of yards shy of the first down. It's fourth down at about 2.5. Make it 3 yards. And St. Genevieve, will they punt or go for it? Their punter is one of them who's always out there on offense as well. That is Noel, but it looks like St. Jen's going for it on 4th down and 3. Into 3 quarters, Crystal City up still 14-0 on Valley Catholic. Throw over the middle, ball is caught by Roth, escapes one man, brought down at the 20-yard line. Roth makes another big reception on 4th down this time. 1st and 10 St. Genevieve on the Herculaneum 20.
And again, St. Jen's is attacking the middle of the defense. Herculaneum's not having success putting players there covering Roth. Roth is usually one of the inside receivers, whether they go twins or spread or trips.
Pass to the near side, and the ball incomplete, diving for it, Stiegel. It was out in front of Stiegel a bit from Corey Faulkner. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10.
Kurt Roth right now has 81 yards on 6 receptions. Having a good evening.
Faulkner out of the shotgun again, looking to the right. Throws in the flat. Stiegel's hit right as he makes the catch and is driven down and out of bounds. But he fell to the ground before he was driven out. Knocked out, I should say. So the clock continues. Ball in the 19. Make it to 20. Still on the 20-yard line.
Looks like they actually lost a yard.
Yeah, they might have.
That pass play.
Now they look at it, yeah, about a half-yard loss.
They did a good job right there covering Roth, and he had to check down to Stiegel, and the Black Cats did a great job covering him also.
And a pass in the flat left side. They're trying to set up a little bit of a screen pass, and Roth gets free, still on his feet, still moving forward, down near the goal line. He will score a touchdown. What a catch and run by Kurt Roth. And that was just sheer determination to get him into the end zone, breaking tackles for the last 15 yards of that pass play.
You said it. He just kept his legs churning. He probably did 3 or 4 spins with guys hanging on him. You can tell he saw the goal line, just kept fighting and fighting. And he's 6'3". He's a big kid, and did a great job of getting into that end zone there. Like you said, caught it from about 4 or 5 yards and ran on 15 on his own there.
What a tremendous drive. St. Jen's going to go for 2 to try to make it an even 2-touchdown advantage. Pass over the middle for the conversion, no good. Tipped away, St. Gen. The ball receiver that time got popped pretty good in the end zone. He is down. See if he's slow to get up. And certainly is. I think that's Schmelsley. So he got popped, and that will bring us to a little bit of a break. But the conversion attempt, no good, so it's 19-7. Ste Genevieve on top of Herculaneum. We'll take a break, and we will come back in 1 minute on 1400 KJFF. As Ste Genevieve has increased the lead, they're now up 19-7 after the 20-yard touchdown pass from Corey Faulkner to Kurt Roth. Here's the kickoff to the Black Cats, taken at the 10-yard line and brought up near the 20, just across the 20 to the 23. Most of Ste Genevieve defenders bring down the ball carrier, Justin Ramsey.
Yeah, he was held up there by Zach DeVault, number 69, and just drilled by 23, Dustin Knoll there.
So Herculaneum will be deep in their own territory to begin this next drive. 1st and 10 at their own 23, down 19-7 to the Ste Genevieve Dragons.
And they still have plenty of time. No need to abandon the run right now. They had some success earlier in the first half with the run. Look for them to stick with it.
High formation here. And handoff to the first man up the middle, Malcolm Smith. Not much there. St. Gen was ready for that one. And looks to be no gain. 2nd and 10.
Talking about success in the running game for the Black Cats. It was mainly in the first quarter, first part of the second quarter, but as the quarter went on, the half went on, St. Gen had toughened up and looked like they're doing the same thing here.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Herculaneum wants to talk it over. Because offensively, they're having a hard time getting it going, so they'll discuss things a little bit. 19-7, Ste Genevieve leading Herculaneum. We take a break. We're back in a minute on KJF. Second down and 10 out of the shotgun. Washburn hands off to Malcolm Smith, and he goes nowhere. Popped in the backfield pretty good by Knoll, and there's a flag on the play that's on the far sideline. And it's going to be a hold against Herculaneum. The hold certainly didn't help and do anything.
That delayed handoff now, looks like St. Gen is starting to pick up the blocking schemes there, and the linebackers are now getting through on that delayed handoffs, and they're just drilling the running backs now.
And the chess game continues.
Yes.
So after the first off, it looked like Smith had a 2-yard loss. And they're going to bring it back even more. What's this? What is this, only a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, I've never really seen a 5-yard hold.
What? I don't even think it was that. Wow, I don't know. It's 3rd down and 12 after the penalty. That's kind of strange. Back to pass, Washburn, and he is drilled and dropped in the backfield. 2 St. Gen defenders were there. One of them was Vaith. And Kurt Roth, what a game Kurt Roth is having. Now he comes up, gets a half sack on the play. He already scored a touchdown earlier. How about the night for Vaith? Not only does he pick up a half sack, but he had the blocked punt earlier, which eventually led to a touchdown.
Definitely. Dustin Knoll before that, he's been playing very well for the Dragons from the linebacker position there. Now he's deep to return this punt.
That's an 8-yard loss after the sack, and here's the kick by Davis. Takes a hop at the 40, rolls up to the 45-yard line, down there by Herculaneum on their own 46. St. Gen will have excellent field position as that ball was kicked almost out of the end zone by Davis. St. Genevieve is starting to D up, and they have not given Herculaneum anything to work with thus far in the second half. They lead 19-7. We thank our sponsors, including the YMCA of Jefferson County, Plaza Tire Service of Festus, the Medicine Shop Pharmacies of Festus, and Jefferson Memorial Hospital. First and 10, St. Gen. Faulkner rolling out, looking to throw, brings it near side, finds Stiegel. He's dropped at the 38, but a pickup of about 7.
That time right there, they actually got pressure on Faulkner, caused him to scramble around a little bit. Number 24 for the Blackcats, Josh Lott, was staying right there next to the receiver but didn't jump in front of him. Kind of got caught looking in the backfield at the quarterback and not kind of lost sight of his receiver there.
Faulkner out of the gun again. Takes a snap and he hands off up the middle to Knoll. Has a little bit of room and he gets across the 35-yard line. Brought down at the 32. That'll be good enough for a first down, about 5-6 yards by Knoll. First and 10 for Ste Genevieve. Crystal City has gone up 20-0 on Valley Catholic. That's in the fourth quarter now. Faulkner calling the play, takes the snap, rolls out to the left side. Throws across the body, has a man open, and driven out of bounds at the far side near the 15-yard line is the receiver. He found Stiegel again. He hadn't heard much from Stiegel in the first half, but he's getting himself open here in the second half.
Yeah, Faulkner's really starting to pick it up in this second half, Ryan. And Herculaneum's going to have to start putting some more pressure on Faulkner.
He had a lot of time on that particular play. St. Gen lines it up on the left hash. First and 10 at the 14. And Faulkner is going to throw a jump ball into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete, couldn't get it to Schmelsley. They saw the mismatch as Schmelsley was matched up there with number 36 of Herculaneum, Sam Edwards. That's a big-time size difference. Schmelsley at 6'4", and Sam Edwards is listed at 5'9", and that might be pushing it.
And here comes Rulo off the field again. He was slow to get up.
Second down and 10 from the 14. Faulkner looking to pass, looking near side, throws in the flat, has a man caught in motion, driven out at the 5-yard line. Who else? Kurt Roth. Roth is driven out of bounds right near the 5-yard line. Mark him out at the 6. Maybe about an 8-yard reception, and it's going to bring up a third down and short.
Faulkner was hit late there after he threw the ball. After release, he was hit. He was slow to get up. There's been some hitting going on in this game, that's for sure.
No doubt about that. Faulkner out of the backfield again, takes the snap from the gun, throws left side, ball caught in traffic to the far side near the first down yardage. I don't know if he got enough. It was Roth again who made the catch. And he's down at the 5-yard line. That's only going to be about a 1-yard gain. Now it's fourth and 1.
That's the same play, though, that they have gotten big plays, one by Roth and a couple by Wayner. Just a short, quick pass out in the flat. That time Herc did a much better job of reading it and getting him in there.
St. Gen on 4th and 1. Breaks the huddle. They are going for it. St. Gen trying to D up to keep them in the ball game. Loaded backfield. Handoff coming near side is Knoll trying to get to the corner, and he will take it in for the touchdown. He just outran everybody to the far side corner. Runs it in from 5 yards away, and Ste Genevieve has increased the lead.
Yeah, nice job there and nice blocking by the Dragons there, but Knoll just pretty much outraced everybody to the pylon there in the corner of the end zone.
Minute and 41 seconds left. St. Gen puts another one on the scoreboard. They get set for the extra point. Knoll will be the kicker. And the flags come in. Somebody moved on the St. Genevieve line.
Dustin Knowles had a very good game defensively for the Dragons, and now he gets an opportunity to help his team offensively also. And I believe, isn't he playing with an injury tonight too, Ryan?
Yeah, shoulder injury. Second touchdown run of the night for Knoll. And now he's going to have to kick it from a little bit further out. Ball's going to be down at the 15-yard line. This is a 32-yard extra point attempt, and the ball is thrown away as trying to run with it is Schmelzley, looking for help. Now he's running to the far side. He's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete pass. Wow, he almost threw a long two-point conversion pass to the far side. It goes incomplete. Conversion no good. 25-7 is our score. There is a flag. It'll be against St. Jan. It'll be declined. That was interesting.
Yes, it was. He had all kinds of room to run on the other side that the blocking set up, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. It was an ineligible man downfield for the Dragons that the flag has declined.
We'll take a break. 25-7 the score. Ste Genevieve on top. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back after this on KJFF. Josh Lott gets it at the 15-yard line, returns it across the 25, and he'll be down at the 27. That's where Herculaneum will start this next drive, trailing 25-7 to the Ste Genevieve Dragons. Now, one thing Herculaneum also has not done yet this year is get into double figures in scoring. They've not been shut out at all this year, but they haven't scored more than just a touchdown in a single game. I'm sure that's something that Coach Helms probably would love to rectify here. Back to pass is Washburn, looking to the right side. He's going to throw it in the flat, has a man open. Running to the far sideline, then spinning, bringing it back in is the ball receiver. That was Josh Lott, and he gets near the first down marker.
That was Washburn's first completion. In his
Nice, first quarter, right?
In his last 9 attempts since the first drive, he was 2 for 3, and since then, he's gone 1 for his last 8.
So we're still trying to spot the football, and they may be doing a measurement here.
You know, you talk about their, Herky not scoring very often, and tonight they don't have an offensive touchdown. Their touchdown came on a interception return by Josh Lott, so they would love to get a offensive touchdown here tonight for sure.
Well, Lott gets the first down on that pass reception, gets the 10 yards. It's 1st and 10 Herculaneum on their own 37. 4 receiver set. 1 man in the backfield, that's Lott. Check that, that's Smith. Pass to the near side, incomplete. Trying to get it to Josh Lott, trying to run a route to the near side corner, kind of an out, a short out, and it's incomplete because it was thrown short and a little bit out of the reach there of Lott, so it's 2nd down and 10.
It's the second half. The Black Cats have negative yards as a team, even with the 10-yard reception there. With the sacks that they've given up, they still are in the negative yards for the second half.
And 12 seconds remaining here in the third. Washburn under center. Takes the snap, hands off, up the middle. And Malcolm Smith got the carry that time and got across the 40-yard line, brought down at the 43. Solid pickup there by Malcolm Smith. Looks to have about 6 yards.
I know there's not a lot of time left in this game, just a little over a quarter left, but you almost feel like the Herky needs to keep the ball and keep running the ball and driving the ball down the field, even if it takes up 3 or 4 minutes of the game, because you need to give your defensive line and your secondary a little breather also from that St. Gen spread offense they're running against them.
Under center again, Washburn. Now he's going to look to throw. Looks across the middle. Washburn's going to run with it. And forward progress is going to get him about a yard. He's just shy of the 45. So Washburn picks up 1. And it'll bring up 4th down and about 3.
What looked like a little opening there closed quickly for Washburn.
Yeah, he had a little bit of room there. I think he just maybe decided to take off a little bit too late, and that allowed that split second gave the St. Gen defense enough time to catch up to him and bring him down. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. As we head to the fourth, Ste Genevieve in control, 25-7 over Herculaneum We're back in 60 seconds on KJF. As we begin the fourth quarter here on KJF, Davis will step back to his own 30-yard line to punt the football. Back deep for Ste Genevieve. Tyler Tamir. And St. Jen's going to, or rather, Herculaneum's going to fake it. And running forward is Malcolm Smith. He'll have the first down. Play fake by Herculaneum on a 4th and 3. Fake punt, run forward, first down, Malcolm Smith. Gutsy call, but it worked.
It's gutsy, but you're down 25-7. You have to do something.
Sure.
And that's a great time to call that right out of the fourth quarter. You kind of catch the other team lulling, we're just going to go back and return this punt, and we'll get back in our spread offense. And great play fake by the punter, jumping up like I went over his head.
First down and 10 from the 49, and a fumble on the play. The ball's picked up by Malcolm Smith. He'll lunge forward for a yard. Washburn dropped the football on the exchange from the center. And Malcolm Smith, good presence of mind for him to pick it up and run for a yard.
I mean, it's only a yard, but that might be his biggest run of the game for this Black Cat team.
It saved another turnover. And Herculaneum's going to call a timeout. They're down 25-7. We just started the fourth quarter. We'll take a break, and we will return. Here it's 11:19 to play in the ball game. St. Gen in control, 25-7 over Herculaneum. And it is second down and about 9. They bring Lott in motion. And Lott's going to get the carry, running to the near side, breaks a few tackles, and scrambles ahead for a couple. Brought down just shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll pick up about 3. And it's going to be third down and about 6 coming up.
After having 47 yards in the first half, Lott, that's only his second carry of the second half for 5 yards. That right there tells you that Herky has not had the ball very much in the second half.
He did get his first pass reception, which was good for 10 yards. Now he's going to get another carry again. He runs off the right tackle. Looked like he was going to have a seam and it closed quickly. Kurt Roth and company were there to make the stop. As Roth is going to be, or check that Lott, is going to be shy of the first down. He'll pick up about 2. It's 4th and 3 coming up, and decision time again for Herculaneum. Do they want to go for it? Looks like they're going to try. Washburn's coming back onto the field, so that's a pretty good indication that Herculaneum's going for it. Washburn does not play on special teams. Or at least he hasn't tonight. And they're going to throw for it too, because Washburn is out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right side. Washburn rolls out, looking to throw, and hits his man, and is it caught? Yes, right at the 40-yard line, Lott. And looks like he's going to have the first down on that short catch.
Yeah, he got just enough.
He gets 4 yards. That'll be first down Herculaneum at the St. Gen 40.
That was a good job by Lott to make sure he got to the first down. Didn't come up a half foot short or a half yard short. Did a great job, and it was a low throw by Washburn. He had to go down to the ground to get the ball, and did a great job of holding on to it.
Herculaneum gets themselves adjusted again. Same rotation, same formation, I should say. This time it's a handoff to Malcolm Smith, who runs forward. Brings it to the 35-yard line. Smith with a good 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Herky.
This is one of those drives right now, Ryan, that they've picked up the yardage on 4th down twice now. One on a fake punt, one on a pass. But this is one of those drives that if you score a touchdown to this drive, it's something you can look in the film. Whether you win or lose this game, you can look in the film and say, hey, here's what we did on this drive. When we had to have something, we got it.
Still out of the shotgun is Washburn. He's going to roll to the left side. He's going to keep it. Cuts it back up the middle, and nowhere to go. He may have lost a yard as well. And that will bring up 3rd down and about 6. A loss of 1 by Washburn. Game is over at Valley Catholic as Ste Genevieve has won 20-0 over Valley. Crystal City gets their, I believe now, their 3rd shutout of the season. Back to pass, Washburn on 3rd down and 6. Brings it to the near side. He has Edwards at the 20-yard line. Cuts it back into the 15. Down near the 10 before he's finally tackled. Edwards was wide open right across the middle, and Washburn found him. And that may have been the longest pass play from scrimmage, maybe the longest play from scrimmage, period, by the Herculaneum offense tonight.
Definitely. It's the 26-yard reception there by Sam Edwards.
Officials' timeout has been called. Looks like an equipment problem with Sam Edwards.
Definitely the longest play of the game for the Wildcats. Longest pass before that was 10 yards. It's a lot.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Herculaneum trying to bring the deficit down to a 2-touchdown St. Gen lead. But they need to score here. They pitch it to Lott. He gets hit at the 10 as he cuts it back inside to the 9-yard line before he's brought down. Picks up a yard on the play. It'll be second and goal from about the 9. He had a little bit of room there, and then again, Ste Genevieve closed it quickly. Dragons have certainly had a bend, not break defense tonight. Washburn again takes a snap. Malcolm Smith up the middle, across the 5-yard line. And forward progress is going to get him to about the 4 before he's dropped. Solid pickup there by Malcolm Smith, about 5 yards. And now it's going to be third down and goal from the 4.
He has 61 yards tonight, Ryan, on 19 carries.
He came in as the team's leading rusher with 334 on the ground, and also 2 touchdowns. He's a guy that'll get it in that red zone. On third down, Washburn back to pass, looks to the left side, has a man wide open, touchdown over the middle. Josh Lott makes the touchdown reception, and Herculaneum has scored a TD with 7 minutes remaining in the ball game, and they've brought the deficit down to a 2-touchdown lead.
And he was wide open. Came out of the backfield, just turned around, a little 3-yard or about 4-yard turn or curl, sorry. And great pass by Washburn. He was under pressure. He was drilled by number 23, Dustin Knoll there, but got away just in time. Looks like they're trying to maybe, they're trying to get the extra point. Somebody's not out there.
Dukeman's slow to get back on the field. And the left footer is going to kick the extra point. That is Zach Sims. Plenty of distance, and it's good. And the score's 25-14. St. Genevieve still in control, but Herculaneum has scored to make it a little bit interesting. 6:59 to go in the fourth. We'll take a 1-minute break. Kickoff to the Dragons coming up after this on KJFF. An onside kick attempt by Herculaneum goes the way of St. Genevieve. Dragons recover. Kurt Roth was the one who recovered it after it was kicked off the chest of one of the linemen for St. Genevieve. Here's a handoff coming near side, and Knoll will get across the 45-yard line, brought down at the 41. Solid pickup there by Knoll, about 8 yards. St. Gen started off with great field position because of the onside kick that failed. They were on the Herculaneum 49, and all of a sudden, they're on the 42 after one handoff to Knoll.
Spencer Alexander came off the field slowly after that kickoff. As he's sitting on the sideline over here, along with Rulo and Colton Braun.
Up the middle, another run by St. Genevieve. Tamir getting the carry, and he's close to first down yardage. Looks like he'll probably have it. He does. About 3 yards picked up there by Tamir. St. Gen trying to burn the clock a little bit by running the football. And they'll probably continue to do that. They lead by 11, 25-14. A little over 6 minutes remaining in the football game.
Tamir had a carry one of the first 2 or 3 plays of the game for the St. Gen Dragons. That was the second carry of the game tonight. So they have not been running the ball very much.
Back to an eye for the Dragons. 2 tight end set. And the pitch goes to Knoll, running left. He's got some room, brought down just shy of the 30. There's a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold against Ste Genevieve. That'll take away Knoll's run of about 7 yards.
I tell you what, he has come out with a fire this second half. Dustin Knoll jumping around, hitting people, carrying people on his carries, and he's just, you can tell him he's just enthusiastic out there. And you know that happens sometimes when you go a week or two and not playing, and you finally get a chance to go out there and play. And he's definitely pumped up for tonight and has had a great game so far.
Herculaneum still continues with Alexander on the bench, although he is up now. Kaltenbraun looks like his right knee is what they have wrapped right in front of us, and Rulo, of course, he's out as well. So Herculaneum's lost a couple of starters tonight. Faulkner looking to pass, throws over the middle, ball is caught. It is Roth once again, still on his feet, brought down near the 30-yard line. Big pickup by the tight end, Roth. He has been a one-man wrecking crew tonight. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. That's a pickup of about 17 yards or so, I think. And now it's 2nd and 2 after the big pickup. That comes after the penalty, of course.
That's his 10th reception for 131 yards this evening.
Not a bad night.
No.
And he does have a touchdown as well. And he's made plays on defense. St. Gen goes back to an I formation. Here's the pitch to Knoll, moving it forward. Gets across the 30, brought down at the 26-yard line. That'll be a first down. 1st and 10 for Ste Genevieve, now in the Herculaneum 26 with 4:47 remaining in the ball game. St. Gen just trying to eat the clock down a little bit.
Just looks like this Herculaneum defense has just been wore down.
Yeah, they're just a little bit tired now, it seems like. They're not giving up the real big plays, but you can just tell they just don't have enough left in the tank to stop this St. Gen team on 3rd down plays. Things like that. They're wore out. Pitch again to Roth off the right side. He gets tied up and brought down by a host of Herky Blackcats. Lott helped to finish him off. First man who got there was 75, Justin Womack.
At that time, they bottled up Dustin Knoll there. So just as soon as we say something about them dragging a little bit, they pick it up, make a good tackle.
It's almost like they're listening to us.
Yes.
Maybe they are.
Well, they need to because they need a big stop here.
That's a loss of about 3 yards, so it's 2nd and about 13. Ball spotted back near the 30-yard line, just shy of it. Ball's on the 29. And Faulkner looks to throw. He's rolling to the near side, throws across the body, picked off, no! Intercepted, not quite. Wow, the ball was thrown right to number 28, Sims of Herculaneum, and he drops the football. Could have been the 3rd pick by the Herky defense tonight. Instead, it falls incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down and 13.
And that would have been very interesting on the return because there was not a lot of Dragons there that had a chance to bring him down if he would have intercepted that.
And he may have been thinking about that a little bit too much. Seeing all that green in front of him, but he didn't look the ball in completely. Herky will try to stop St. Gen here on this 3rd and 13 play. Faulkner will move back to the shotgun again. Watch where Kurt Roth is. There he is on the left slot. Faulkner looking, throws over the middle. He's got a man wide open. That is Knoll. He gets down to the 1-yard line. That's going to be good for about 30 yards. 30 yards exactly. 1st and goal from the 1.
Nice play right there. That time they had, like you said, they had Roth in the left slot. They had him run a corner route, clear that safety out, and then they took Knoll straight up the other right slot, right up the middle of the field, where the safety had gone to help cover Roth. Good play by the Dragons.
3 minutes to go. Faulkner He's going to run it. Now he throws to the corner of the end zone. Has a man open. Touchdown. Great footwork by Ste Genevieve. That is Roth who makes the catch in the corner of the end zone. Kept his feet in bounds. Hauled it in for a Ste Genevieve touchdown. That was excellent footwork by the tight end for St. Gen.
Nice. It was nice pressure by the Black Hat defense. They flushed Faulkner out of the pocket there. Almost got to him. Faulkner throws against his body. And as you said, Roth just tightroting that sideline there. Nice play.
That was a heck of a catch. Here's the extra point attempt. Plenty of distance, but off to the left a little bit, and no good. And the score remains 31-14 now after Ste Genevieve scores again with 2:57 to play. Kickoff to Herculaneum coming up in 1 minute here on 1400 KJFF. 31-14, Ste Genevieve on top of Herculaneum. Kick to the 20-yard line, picked up there. And spinning away from pressure, Jesse Pigg brings it across the 30, and he's down around the 33-yard line. Ste Genevieve in control, scoring another touchdown. And now going up 31-14 on the Herculaneum Black Cats. And before Herky begins this next drive is a trail by 3 touchdowns. Let's find out how things are going at Windsor. Festus was up big at last check. Let's check in again with Craig Andrews at Windsor High School. All right, let's not check in with Craig. Handoff off the right tackle.
Number 33, Brian Bone, the ball carrier.
And a couple of yards picked up there. Herculaneum has emptied their roster and brought in some of their younger guys. They're down in about 6 coming up after a 4-yard run.
They look like Brian Bone there, number 33.
Bone, okay. He's actually had a few carries so far this season. Maybe only one, actually. Just one. Coming into tonight. Herky using a lot of misdirection. Pass off the left tackle and a big takedown there by number 41 off Ste Genevieve. That was a pretty good play there by Chris Petty.
That was Colton Kennedy in for the game on the carry.
And he takes a loss of about 2. Minute and 40 seconds and counting left in this one.
Great game by Kurt Roth for the St. Genevieve Dragons.
Give a lot of credit, too, to Faulkner. Even playing with a bad knee, he still threw 3 touchdown passes tonight.
Yes.
Rolling out is the quarterback, and in the backfield, down he goes. That'll be no gain on the play. That was a long way to run for McCaws, the backup quarterback who just checked in, and he gets nothing. Dennis McCaws actually brought down for maybe a 1-yard loss, so it's 4th and 9. St. Genevieve, even they've emptied their roster as well and brought in some younger guys on defense, and they've stood up to the challenge against Herky's younger guys.
Unofficially, I have Faulkner for 278 yards passing tonight.
He got picked a couple of times, but he also threw 3 touchdowns. He should have gotten picked off a 3rd time, but still not a bad day, and not a bad day at the office. And for Kurt Roth, he was the playmaker and the favorite target by far for Faulkner.
26, unofficially again, 26 for 43, 278 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 going to Roth. Not a bad night.
Certainly not.
On 1.5 legs. That's not bad on 2 legs, but unbelievable on 1.5 legs.
Herculaneum is going to punt here on 4th down. Back to kick is Brian Bone. Nobody deep for St. Genevieve. They're rushing on this one, and Bone gets it away. A nice high kick. Takes a bounce at the 30, and a St. Genevieve bounce coming across to the 33-yard line. Hopped in there at the 30, bounced to the 33. Make it the 34. That's where St. Gen will begin. There is a flag on the play as well, back at the 40.
I think that's going to be a hit
block in the back.
Yes. which is kind of ridiculous because St. Gen had nobody back there to return the ball.
I guess you don't want to start them in any kind of bad habits.
No, but again, that's the younger group. St. Gen's got, they have their starters out. That's the younger group. So I'm sure he's going to be told on the sideline, you don't do it anyway, but especially when you don't have a guy return the ball back there. Who are you blocking for? Nobody's back there.
Herculaneum will bring out their young defense against the Ste Genevieve young offense. Now they're going to mark down the penalty yardage. Only 41 seconds left, and you could probably expect Coach Stolzer and the St. Gen coaching staff to probably just use a running play here, or maybe even take a knee and just run the clock out.
Well, victory offense.
Looks like the possibility of them taking a knee. In there at quarterback for St. Genevieve is Clayton Cox. He takes a knee.
Number 8, Clayton Cox, quarterback.
And St. Gen will bring in some fresh players for this final play.
Well, they might want to do a little bit better blocking on the kneel down because Faulkner just got drilled, and that's the last thing they want. Or I'm sorry, it's not Faulkner, it's new quarterback, Cox or Clayton Cox. He might want to tell them, go ahead and block, guys, even though I'm taking a knee because I'm still getting drilled here. So even though it's a kneel down, you still got to do your job.
You don't want to cough it up and give Herculaneum a touchdown. No. St. Gen does not have to take a second knee as the clock expires, and St. Genevieve gets back in the winning column after dropping their last two. The Dragons win it 31-14. Herculaneum drops to 0-5, although they showed drastic improvement tonight.